Capacity. With improvements in process productivity and reliability comes an increase in capacity. I was in Dartford yesterday on a safety course, 2-day safety course update. Lean QS, someone mentioned Lean, Lean QS, said it's about producing more with less. And, well, obviously it's got something there, but it's not necessarily about producing more with less. When we look at waste, the stuff we can cut out initially and the stuff that's embedded in there, if we can get people to think about rather than just doing more with less, it's reducing what we have to do to produce the finished product. And if that in turn means that you can do more with less, then that's fine. But it's not necessarily about just doing more with less. Because that increase, if you're doing stuff a lot leaner, you've got more capacity, you've got spare time, I suppose. With that increase in capacity comes the opportunity for increasing the turnover from a business point of view, without increasing your base costs. So you're employing the same people doing the same things initially, and then when you become lean, you've got the same people doing different things but producing the same products quicker and easier. With reduced delivery times, this increases your flexibility to respond more to client needs. And that's a typical one for TT at the moment. The start date's going back, but the end date stays the same. If you're looking at reducing delivery times, that gives the client longer to fix his product. Something in an airport changes very, very quickly, technology changes. He wants to be changing things last minute, or beyond the last minute, and still get the product on time. If you can cut down your processes, it gives you that flexibility to react within the time that's left. We see lean as a differentiator by unlocking the waste, and that's not just material waste, it's time waste, unnecessary waste where things are designed differently every time. Identifying the added value. This has to be done in conjunction with the client, obviously. So we're looking for him to nod his head when we mention things and say, oh yeah, that's value to me. Then we focus on those. Improving the end-to-end delivery process and creating a one-team approach. It is very much a culture change, lean. As Nigel was saying, we have these daily briefings where basically you have to own up to your mistakes. People say, why didn't we get this done? Oh, well, it didn't turn up on time. I went to one of these communication courses that Americans were doing. One of the few things that stuck with me was the 5 whys. And if you ask somebody why didn't it happen, they'll give you a reason, a feeling excuse. It's probably a reason. You ask them why 5 times and you get to the root cause. And it's those causes that you need to work on, not the fact that it didn't turn up on time, so you ring up supply and give them a apology. He turns around and he says, well, your guy didn't order it until too late, so we couldn't get it. And you go to the guy and say, why didn't you order it? Well, we didn't really know what we wanted until last minute, because we didn't quite get the information through. And you go right back, and you come up with all sorts of things, and it's quite amazing to see the real reasons why. And when you get to those root causes, and you can fix the root causes, that's when you start to see this improvement. And it's not just a 1 or 2%, you're looking for this 10-20% increase. And it's really those kind of root causes that you need to get to. It's very uncomfortable for guys in an organisation where performance is everything, and if he said he hasn't done something, he's failed. So you have to look at the whole culture of the business, the organisation. And whilst a lot can be done at the low levels, you have to have the upper levels buying. And certainly coming down work for a moment, we have I was pretty passionate about this. And yes, this is pound of flesh, and we'll have to work very, very hard. But we're there to learn. And we learn every day. And if we're not learning, then we're not doing enough. We're not pushing the boundaries enough. A very small example, which was, this is from T5. This is Nigel pointed out to me yesterday. This was the tunnel section. That's the to the point of the tunnel intersection. Reducing rebar. Rather than fixing on site, we looked at prefabrication. So we had a model, 3D model of what we're going to build. That then gets put onto the jig, guys erect it off site on the jig, and on a lorry, it gets delivered to site. All of this happens very close to the site in a logistics centre, so it's literally call, half an hour later, things on site. Worked very, very well for a lot of the stuff on site. It caused less rework, it's literally when the stuff was delivered, it was passed up in the yard, so it came and it was right. We maximise material efficiency, there's no stuff laying around, filling skips with steel. Reduced our total labour input, a lot of stuff was done off site, fixing obviously, and the assembly was very, very quick, very few men, a lot less guys to worry about in terms of safety on site. Obviously increases repetition. If we can get all these designed the same product, they make this thing many, many times. These intersections probably weren't so many, but certainly some of the wall sections they were doing hundreds and hundreds of. Standardising the products. So descales the site, improves the quality. This thing comes in and it's right before it gets to site. Improves the safety.